Hey everyone, I'm your average millennial, and this is what self-doubt looks like. This is what happens when you let fear take control. This is what results when you tell yourself you're not good enough. This is what I go through when I'm overburdened with self-doubt. I spend the whole day trying to do this and I'll do nothing important. I feel pressure in my mind and I just want it to go away. I don't know how to relax. I just want to breathe for a moment. I don't know what to do, but I can't focus here. I just can't. Okay, wow, hi, hello everybody. I promise this video won't be crazy heavy like that, but I wanted to show you all what self-doubt looks like for me and how negative it can be towards growth and personal development. I want to thank you all so much for being here. This video is obviously about self-doubt, but in this video, I'm going to go over what self-doubt is, where self-doubt generally comes from, an example of how it surfaces in my life, how it affects me in creating this brand and living the life I truly desire. Then I'll end this video with some invaluable tips to move past self-doubt in the moment and build more confidence so it doesn't return in the future. The Google definition of self-doubt is a lack of confidence in oneself and one's abilities. Okay, yeah, I think we all could have put that together. But the definition of doubt is much more interesting than that. Doubt is a mental state in which the mind remains suspended between two or more contradictory propositions, unable to assent to any of them. So what that really means is doubt is the battle between two ideas or two thoughts that are opposites. Hot, cold, yes, no, and really you can't act on anything, simply put. And doubt on an emotional level is the indecision between belief and disbelief. Referring back to the first clip of this video where it got a little heavy, I was saying I don't know what I'm doing, which is total BS. I know what topics I want to speak about and I know how to make a decent YouTube video. I know I want to help people. So bringing this back to the relationship between belief and disbelief, these are two contradictory relationships that I'm going to demonstrate using oil and water. Think of this glass as space in your mind. The water is the belief of I can do it, and the oil is the belief of I can't do it. These two beliefs cannot come together to create a useful idea or intention to act on, just like oil and water do not mix together. They'll swirl around in your mind, taking up all of your productive space and causing inaction. This life is crazy new to me. I am opening myself up in a way I've never done before, and I am putting all of my emotions and struggles out there for others to relate to. I haven't found anyone else really doing this on YouTube, and I have no idea how it's going to be received. I don't have a mentor or someone to guide me in the right direction. Everything is on me, and this is why I end up doubting myself and second-guessing myself, because this is scary. This is real. This is who I am and how I feel, and if it's not received well, it can hurt pretty bad. This lack of confidence evolves into self-doubt and self-deformation with thoughts of, you can't do this. Why do you think you're good enough? There's no way you're gonna succeed. You really think you could help people? You can't even help yourself. You're just an average millennial. You can't help people. You're an addict. These negative thoughts are total BS. Ever since I dove into personal development, I've been coaching people one-on-one, and now I'm working on branching out into the internet space so that I can help more people so that this devil on the shoulder doesn't happen as often. Okay, that is a very real example of what self-doubt looks like. I mean, at least in my head, that's how I could visually represent it. So now, let's jump into where self-doubt comes from. A person feels doubt when you need to make a decision about something, but don't know what the best course of action is. Simple, right? This can happen around very simple things like grocery shopping. Do you choose the more expensive name brand, or do you go with the less expensive store brand? Sometimes it's simple. If I'm buying bottled water, I highly doubt that the more expensive water is going to be tastier or better for me. I'll just grab whatever is the cheapest. To me, clean water is clean water. There really isn't a difference. But Kraft knows what they're doing. For me, I really doubt that it's worth saving 50 cents to $1 in choosing the store brand and having a crappier dinner. I mean, if I can't afford some Kraft mac and cheese, then I really need to be buying ramen anyways. And yes, this is a very simple example for what doubt looks like, and this is easy to overcome because the only consequence is maybe $1 or the possibility of an untasty meal. Doubt also comes into play for bigger things like choosing the right university or school to attend. This will be the next 4 years of your life and thousands of dollars. Do you go with the low-tier college that gets the job done? Or do you go with the university with the amazing program that you've been dreaming of for the past few years of high school? So that's easy to relate to if you're looking at school or in school. But what about if you're already out of school? A lot of millennials right now are out of school and in the workplace, myself included. What about when you're evaluating a new job or a new career? Like for me, this is a new career, but I've definitely been there for new jobs. So do you stay with your current employer or do you switch jobs for the higher paycheck? Switching jobs comes with moving to a new city, new friends, new life. Current employer is lower wage, but the life that you know and the life that you're comfortable with. Sometimes comfort can be a bad thing, sometimes not. It's really different for everybody else. What are the pros here? What are the pros here? Well, what are the cons here? And what are the cons here? There's a lot that goes into this, and it's much more complicated than choosing your favorite brand of mac and cheese. It's easy to stay comfortable with what you know and where you currently are because this is the life you already have. You may doubt if you will enjoy life in a new town, or you may doubt if you'll be happy or successful in this new job. Maybe it'll be worse, or maybe it'll be great in a different way. No matter what you choose, just make sure there are no regrets with whichever decision you do choose. And remember to always keep growing. For me, the scariest and most doubt-filled decision is, do I continue this personal development brand part-time or quit my job and jump into this full-time 1000%? I know which one of these scenarios I want to do and what really makes me happy, but I have a lot of doubt that I won't make it as a YouTuber. I won't be able to make ends meet. I'll go hungry or I'll go homeless. And that doubt, that fear is what's really holding me back. But more importantly, I'll regret not trying to do this for the rest of my life. So the way I go about it now is I'm putting as much time and energy and effort as I can into this brand, into this dream, into this new life, and working as hard as I can to change my life and change my career. This is where we get into the real negative parts of self-doubt. Excess self-doubt will lead to a lack of confidence, and this is where the downward spiral begins. This is the first domino. Following the lack of confidence comes the belief of inadequacy. Trailing behind inadequacy is anxiety and procrastination. And if you're struggling with procrastination, there's a video right here for it. Or here, I think it's here. And then the last domino to fall is the summation of all of these negative feelings, their best friend, depression. These negative feelings love to build and feed off of each other. We've all heard the phrase misery loves company, and that mostly pertains to if I'm negative, I'm gonna go find somebody else who's negative, or if you're hurting, I'm gonna vent and find another person that's hurting. But it's not commonly thought about that it's negative feelings feeding more negative feelings, and this is why it's a domino effect of negativity. Self-doubt leads to self-confidence. Self-confidence leads to inadequacy. Inadequacy and self-confidence lead to anxiety. Anxiety leads to inaction or procrastination. Anxiety, inaction, and a lack of confidence lead to depression. And full-blown depression leads to a really hard time. And I've been there too. But it's okay. Everyone battles with depression at least once in their life. But it's something you can battle. It's something you can beat. And this is a community and a channel that can help you to do that. If you feel that you are struggling with any of these negative feelings, know that it's okay. It is possible to break this negative cycle with some healthy habits. I have a bunch of other videos on this channel that'll give you some more tips to do that. But for now, let's get to the simple tips for conquering and moving past self-doubt. For conquering self-doubt, I have two main tips. One that allows you to break through the roadblock of self-doubt, and the other that builds self-confidence so that self-doubt doesn't come back in the future. When the doubt and the inadequacy build in my life and I'm really struggling to get to the next project or finish the current video, I remind myself it's okay to fail. Or to put it more lightly, it's okay to mess up and make a mistake. It's part of the learning process and it's how you get better. I focus on recognizing that I'm human and that messing up is part of the learning process. Trial and error is a good thing. To put this mentality in perspective, I go through draft after draft for writing these videos. And you wouldn't believe how many shots it actually takes me to get something I'm satisfied with. The more I do it, the more proficient I become at it. Knowing there is a huge opportunity for growth and learning after every mistake allows me to take a deep breath and relax. It allows me to embrace every curveball life may and will throw at me. So accepting the possibility of failing or making a mistake is my brute force method of getting through self-doubt in the moment. But this just works in the moment. Wouldn't it be much better to just build more self-confidence so that doubt never bogged you down in the first place? And this is where my practice of mindfulness meditation comes in. Remembering that doubt on an emotional level is the indecision between belief and disbelief focuses our attention on the subconscious. The subconscious is where all of our beliefs are stored about everything. This means that somewhere in the back of your mind is the belief that you can do it, and somewhere in the back of your mind is the belief that you can't do it. Like oil and water, can and can't. This belief of can't is what inhibits you from growing as a person. And mindfulness meditation is the practice of removing the belief of can't and replacing it with the belief of I can. And we do this by meditating and using positive affirmations that look like, I can do this. I can become a YouTuber. I am intelligent. I have something to give the world. I can help people. I am smart. I am intelligent. And that's what positive affirmations look like. I know, sometimes they're cheesy, but this is something I didn't believe in. I thought it was a load of crap. Being a scientist, I was like, okay, I have to try it. I have to try it before I can discredit it. And if it doesn't work, well then maybe I can just write it off. So I tried it. I practiced mindfulness meditation for 2 weeks, and by the end of the second week, I woke up feeling happy. Every morning I would wake up feeling pissed, angry, blaming the world for everything bad. And then I woke up that morning and my first intention was to blame the world, but I was so overwhelmed with happiness, joy, and gratitude. And I felt the battle between can and can't, happiness, negativity, and happiness outweighed everything. Then it clicked. This worked. Mindfulness meditation actually worked, and I've been hooked on it ever since. So to recap, those are my 2 ways for conquering self-doubt. One technique for a quick, in-the-moment fix, and another technique that is an everyday habit for building self-confidence so that self-doubt never comes back. If you would like to see how self-doubt really affected me in creating this brand, then go check out my video on my #1 struggle, which goes in depth on my experience with self-doubt and producing my first video on procrastination. I really hope you enjoyed this video and got some useful info from it. If you are looking for more personal development tips, then please hit that subscribe button and reach out to me through these social media platforms with some of your goals. And remember, when starting something new in your life, it is extremely valuable to have a support group. This can be as simple as sharing your new goals with 2 close friends to hold you accountable with your transformation. To wrap up this video, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and remember to dream beyond your imagination.
I'm working, I wanna be great, yeah. Working, I wanna be paid, yeah. Every decision I made, yeah. I ain't ever been afraid, nah. I'm always trying new things, yeah. That's how you grow and succeed, yeah. Man, you just gotta believe, yeah. So listen up while I proceed.